Hi everyone, I'm Raptor, and welcome to this reflection about Ninja Must Die. Well, Ninja Must Die started in December of the 2022. It have the mechanics of an RPG style, with something of Temple Run, and a bullet hell game, such as Toho games. Not gonna lie, this game really kept my attention, for many great factors, like the high level reduce of plot, to send the players almost immediately into the game. The bounties are very quick. The bounties are pretty much quick to join and to finish in less than a minute. Not to mention the many events and the rewards that the game has offered to the players, and the flexible and entertainment PvP that brings a new level of meaning for a PvP mode. But it's not all roses here, and this game has reached probably its limit. But let's analyze it. The story mode. The story mode is going too slow. When the game got released, the last chapter was the chapter 7, including the elite version of the chapter 7. After almost a year and a half, we reached the chapter 10 for the normal version, and still nothing new from the elite version. It's true that the plot has proceeded a bit with the side stories or events, but it's still very disappointing to see that the main plot is still stuck. Not to mention that the chapter 10 looks more as a side story for Itsuru instead of a main plot. Let's move to the bounty system. The bounty system matchmaking is not really a matchmaking, but is when it got introduced with the game, it was a very great mechanic because it allowed you to quick join every bounty that were shared by the players into the chat, join it, and finish it very quickly. Unfortunately, it depends entirely by the amount of players that will share their own bounty to the community. From the Europe servers, for example, this is a very big obstacle, considering that the majority of the players plays during the daily reset for a maximum of 2-3 hours. That means that if you can't do your daily bounties at the daily reset, you will have a big struggle in finding any bounties during any other time of the day. Not to mention that every player are ready to push the button join as soon as the bounty appears into the chat. Personally, after playing this game for such a long time every single day, I'm finding now these entire bounty mechanics very tedious and annoying. And I think it would be great to implement a sort of automatic matchmaking. Something like the one that is still available for the PvP. That will allow the players to don't stay focused full time at the screen waiting for any bounty that will appear in the chat, because as I said, everyone are ready to push the button join. That means that you have probably less than a second to join to the bounties. About the PvP, there is nothing much to say. The PvP is going very great, and well, personally I'm playing just the minimum amount of matches daily, just to complete the season pass for the XP. I am at I am at Azure rank. I don't really care to move into the Unreviled rank, but there is still a lack of one-on-one ranked match. In fact, the PvP have only 3 versus 3. That is a bit annoying, I would say, because it should allow people to fight in a ranked match by their own self, to don't rely on anyone else. On the event side, we had a very big amount of variety events, but after 1 year all the events are starting to get recycled, and who already playing since the day one can recognize all the events that, well, are getting recycled. And that means that the game is having a lack of new content. Not to mention that the Ninja Trials are still stuck at the. Not to mention that the Ninja Trials are still stuck at the stage 50. There are no free training for the SS Plus bounties. That who play those knew that those bounties are very difficult for who is approaching for the first time. Let's get in one of the big issues of the game. The weekly Clan Abyss. Now you are watching a previous live stream that I made many months ago. So now there is a season 2 of the Abyss. And as part of one of the strongest clan in the Europe server, I found that the Abyss bosses are getting a bit unfair and annoying due to the enormous level of attack that each boss have after stage 40. Recently, I had to deal with these bosses with 3 buffs that were about to increase HP, reduction of the damage from the bosses, and more health depending from how many players were still alive in the team. Unfortunately, those buffs were getting useless because of the high level of attack that those bosses had. In fact, after dodging for some minutes of every attack, at some point a mistake arrives, and one single damage revealed to be fatal for the ninja. I understand that the title of the game is Ninja Must Die, but come on, you need to give something to the players. Not to mention that the bosses that are in the Abyss are bosses that don't appear in any SS Plus bounties, and so are not possible to train against them, making the Abyss a new meaning from challenging to a very difficult to learn every pattern when you can face them just 1 time per week. Not to mention that as a semi-whale, I had to put a lot of money in the game for getting Mitsuru and her weapon to Limit Break 5. And let me say that she's not much stronger than any other character. In fact, I feel like any other player that are free to play can just build and focus in any other ninja V2 and we have the same result as for the whales. In fact, for example, my Dragon Flame Kuro is almost as strong as Itsuru. The difference is very, very low. I understand that for the PvP it would be completely unbalanced if one ninja would be too overpowered, but it still feels like a waste of money. I feel like Ninja Must Die is alive already for too much time without giving any real improvement. The game is indeed improved, but not enough for 1 year and almost half. This is making the players to leave the game, and in fact there's so many of them. And probably I will be the next. I wanted to talk about some bosses like the Light and Fire Dragon SS Plus patterns that appear in the Season 2 Abyss, that have very boring and annoying pattern like the getting out from the screen or with undestroyable bullets, and about the Shadow Blow that and his thirst of teleporting everywhere, evading every shuriken, weapon and ninjutsu, still having the same amount of HP and time limit as every other bosses. But I will leave it like this. Panada should really make some change into the quality of life of this game for the players, because I'm feeling like this game is reaching its end. Many players are leaving, not many will stay for long enough, and yeah, I think that this game is almost done for. Tell me what you think about in the comments, and of course I'm sorry for my bad English. I'm still learning, and I don't know if you will see any new video of Ninja Must Die, because the last event is recycled, and I didn't want to put a recycle event in the channel, so probably I will focus now on other type of game. Anyway, thank you very much guys for seeing and hear me out on my reflection for this game. See you next time.